This podcast is rated G for general audiences. All ages admitted. Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission 250 Filmcast, where we are watching the best movies ever made according to IMDb. You can go to our website, which is mission250filmcast.com, where we have the list frozen there, and you can see what movies are coming up next. I am one of your hosts, Denny, and joining me are
John
and TC.
And this week, we are watching the second highest rated Pixar movie of all time, which is Toy Story 3, the 2010 movie directed by Lee Unkrich. The synopsis is, the toys are mistakenly delivered to Daycare Center instead of the attic right before Andy leaves for college, and it's up to Woody to convince the other toys that they weren't abandoned and to return home. And this week, it is John's turn to go first.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good.
This may be a surprise because in our last episode, unless Denny edited it out, we were all in agreement that we weren't even going to review this one. After watching Lawrence of Arabia, we felt like this would be somewhat annoying to do.
Was I right?
Denny,
Were we right? Were we all right?
But the interesting thing is then Denny changed his mind back.
Because I don't want this thing that's happening to affect us. You know, we're just going to keep going with a list.
I didn't know that it was the pandemic talking. I just thought it was, I thought it was more of just, man, now we got to do this one.
I think it was that too, yeah, actually.
So I'm just going to come out and say it. I definitely didn't watch Toy Story 3.
Oh, what?
What?
Yeah.
What do you watch?
Right to the next one.
Oh, you watched the Double Indemnity?
Double Indemnity, yeah.
Oh, no.
So I skipped this one. When was that? Did I miss a text?
I think so.
Obviously. So, yes, you missed a text. Denny said, let's not let this pandemic thing stop us from doing the list. We're going to do the list. That's what we agreed to do. So we're going to do it. And I said, all right. That's all right. That's right. TC, we'll fill you in. All right. You've not seen Toy Story 3?
I have.
A long time
that
ago.
Counts.
Right?
Well, what do we do here?
We do Toy Story 3 because I haven't seen Double Indemnity and let's just go.
I'm good with it. Yeah, fuck it. You wouldn't have liked it anyways. Let's go.
Yeah.
John, it's your turn to review it first. Go for it.
Right. So, TC, you know Buzz, Woody?
I do.
Guess what? They're back.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what? Andy's older and he's going to college and he doesn't like his toys anymore because he's going to college. He might leave them in the attic or maybe they'll get thrown away or maybe they'll get donated. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. This is tough. This being a toy. I mean, you get bought and then you get used and you get thrown away.
Is he losing his mind?
I think he is.
Sorry. Being a toy. That's anyway, so I filled you in kind of, except now then they go to daycare, but then there's this prison break that they got to make because daycare's evil because it's run by this bear that smells like strawberries.
Wow.
Even when he's dirty, he still smells like strawberries.
Yeah, this bear is like, he's like this plantation owner. He's got like this crutch in this southern drawl sort of, and he's like saying, yeah, welcome here. Oh, and there's Ken and Barbie. Barbie somehow comes along and Ken meets her, and Ken is played by Michael Keaton, which is interesting.
I did not recognize him as Michael Keaton at all.
And Ken is somewhat effeminate, which is the cause of a lot of cheap jokes in the film, which is annoying. And let's see.
But it's accepting, isn't it? That monkey didn't even care that Ken was wearing high heels. That was pretty accepting, you know?
No, he was just like shrugged. But somehow, like, I think there was a number of episodes where like Buzz or Woody were like, you, because Ken was not acting like a man.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's see. So the bear is like evil and they like, oh, well, daycare is our solution. But then they let the like 2-year-olds play with the toys. And the 2-year-olds like eat them and, spit on them and stick them up their nose. And it's
moral of the story, 2-year-olds, don't play with toys. It's evil. Yeah, it's bad for the toys.
It's like this class warfare, or it's like this class warfare sort of thing where it's like they're like put to the room that's awful because they're in the new toys and the bear's like, just in charge and evil. And then they brainwash Buzz Lightyear so that he's like set back and then he's put in charge of the prison guard. So Buzz Lightyear is now brainwashed.
He's a bad guy now. Like, isn't that fun? Don't you love it?
He's a bad guy?
He's a bad guy.
Yeah. It's a twist, right? It's a twist. It's a good twist. And so then there's Woody, who's like was almost gets to go to college with Andy because he was put in the college box. He goes to save the other toys because he's somehow insistent on how they all need to just stick with Andy no matter what Andy does with them, and that's just his thing. But he goes back to save them, so he helps save them. They bust out, and in a kind of a prison break sort of sequence, which
totally ripped off from like Was that Cool Hand Luke? Was that the?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's the way it feels because
You
Strawberry
do this,
Bear
you get a
feels
night in the
there's, like,
box. You do that, you get a night
yeah.
in the box. All right, Cool Hand Luke.
There's this interesting interlude where somehow they're trying to reset Buzz, but they activate his Spanish mode, which all of a sudden means he's very romantic and a very good dancer.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the way
that was
all
the hardest
Spanish
I laughed
people are.
at the entire movie when he was
It
dancing.
was cute. It was still cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna. It's like positive racism. I don't know because it's a pretty cool.
It is. It's
stereotype.
positive racism. Good. Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So they got Buzz, they got back, and then they break out, and the bear is then like they throw the bear in a dumpster, but then all of a sudden Woody gets into the dumpster with them, and a trash truck comes and takes them all
Trash
to
cut.
trash cut.
You trash cut to them in the dumpster.
This like apparently they spent like a year and a half on this part, and I think it was completely unnecessary. But whatever. They all then end up at the landfill, and they have this big adventure where they're all going to die. They're all going to die. TC. They make it the teddy bear. They save the teddy bear. They save Strawberry Bear, but then Strawberry Bear decides not to save them back because Strawberry Bear is evil. So anyway,
which they should have known from the get-go.
Right. He's not salvageable. He was abandoned by his own owner, and he just can't get over it, which is understandable, I guess.
And if he, for some reason, he comes like they try to. There's no reason for him to trick people at all. You know, if you're watching it and you don't know he's evil, he seems like a nice bear.
Yeah,
but
he's
there's
very reasonable.
There's no reason why he would be nice to anybody because he ends up being evil to everybody, and he still has the same amount of power. Like it doesn't give him an advantage at all to be. I don't know.
But so then even after they save Bear still betrays them, and then they're all about to die. They're all about to die, TC. So they all hold hands. So they hold hands.
And this is the first scene in the movie where Pixar shoves it into your face that they want you to cry.
Yep.
So, John, you didn't like this movie either? I just want to be on the same page.
Yeah, there were parts of it that I liked, but I am so sick of how and maybe we talked about this with the first Toy Story, that these movies are so self-sentimental. They're like, oh, aren't they meaningful? Isn't this sweet? Isn't this amazing? Don't we really love these characters? We really do love these characters. Yeah. And I don't. And it's really annoying.
That's the worst. I was trying to figure out why, because I love Pixar movies in general, but like I cannot get into this movie or any of the Toy Story movies.
I don't care about the characters. There are parts of the film that I like where I like the very first sequence because it's imaginative play. And all kinds of fantastic stuff is happening, and that's fun. And I like seeing the Bonnie, how she's playing with the toys, and that's just hitting me in my dad area because it's like I love it when my daughter does.
No, but
that.
It's so cheap, dude. Like Bonnie is like a good-hearted little girl, and I'm just like, that's nice. But fuck you, Pixar. It's such an easy shot, man.
I know, right. It's the it's like the petting puppies. It's like, oh look, they're nice to puppies. That's really nice. This is a great film. So anyway, TC, they're about to die and they're all holding hands, right? For like, I don't know, like 2 to 3 minutes. You know,
they have to cut to everyone's face and how they're accepting death, and then they hold the hands of the horse they're sitting next to. Right.
And to call back to, after Lawrence of Arabia, how we loved how they did not dwell on these really amazing moments. They just let them go. And they did not dwell on them and shove it in your face. And that was brilliant. Right. Well, here we got this. Like, oh, they're going to die. They're all going to like die. They're going to die. They're going to die. They're going to
hurry it up. Hurry, if you're going to die, die already.
Then the little aliens come with the big crane and then they save them. And then
the claw. Yay. Everyone cheers in the theater. Look at that. Yes.
Yes. And then they don't die because, like, what are they going to burn? And then they go, the end. Well,
that would have been hilarious.
That would have been. It would have been a kind of
all melted together into a blob of plastic.
Yeah.
No one cares. You're all the same piece of shit toy.
Randy Newman singing a dirge. We all dead now. We all dead now. Anyway,
you got a recycled plastic cup in me.
You got a melted me. So then Andy takes the toys to Bonnie, and they all live happily ever after with Bonnie, and we get to spend a lot of sentimental
Not
feelings
before
with
Andy almost rips a toy away from a 2-year-old.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't want to give up Woody, who's so loyal and brave and faithful. And he's really sad about that. And then we just sit and we watch those characters. We get to see them and they like wave bye-bye. Bonnie makes them wave bye-bye. And it's like, oh, we're saying goodbye to the Toy Story characters because we all love them so much. And then this camera, it pans up to the sky where you see the Toy Story clouds. You see the Toy Story clouds. And that's the end.
I love it. I haven't heard John this mad about a movie in a long time.
I'm not necessarily
Yeah,
mad about
I mean-
it, but I am annoyed. I like there are sequences in the film I like that are fun.
The scene
And
where
again-
the little kids break in for the first time and destroy the toys, the entire thing was hilarious.
Yeah,
Like
that
when
was
Buzz
funny.
like clicks
Yeah.
his helmet on, it like whips up because he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, there's moments that I like.
Oh, here come the hand holding. I'm watching the hand holding.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we go.
Are you getting the
Oh,
sound
yeah,
too?
yeah.
Are you getting the
This
music
is it.
too?
Yeah, I'm piping it in.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This is it. This is it.
What do we do? What do we do? That's not even the worst
Anyway.
part, John. So you
I
read
remember
through-
this movie.
know.
I remember this movie.
That's it. That's all I don't think I have any more to say about it, really. I
You just wanted to run through it real quick and just.
Well, helping TC out, I think that it's interesting just that these, I don't know, we could talk about Pixar and sequels, but it just, they have these brilliant ideas and they create these wonderful universes. And then they just try to do these with these sequels. They have these mashups. It's like, all right, Cars 2, it's going to be Cars but Spies, or it's Monsters University, it's going to be Animal House but Monsters. And here it's like, it's Toy Story 3 but Prison Break.
Yeah, who landed on Prison Break as the genre for a movie? Like, are they even? I don't like Prison Break movies. I guess that might be part of it. Yeah.
There's only one that we need to see. It's Shawshank Redemption, and that's it.
Again, most made a ton of money. Also, this one was really highly reviewed, so highly rated by critics.
The highest reviewed movie of the year, the highest grossing, or the third highest grossing movie of the year. It was the highest grossing animated movie ever when it came out.
Right?
But since then, there's been a ton more animated movies that have made.
Oh,
more
I know.
money than
Frozen 2 is now the current. It's just really more like what's the most recent at this point.
Every year there's something bigger. Yeah, so it was number one, and then Frozen beat it, and then Minions beat it in 2015. Then Incredibles 2 beat it, then The Lion King beat it, the animated one. Then Toy Story 4 beat it, and then Frozen 2 beat it.
I forgot. Incredibles 2 was also very, very forgettable, except for Jack, who's pretty awesome. They do a good job of what a toddler's like. But
have you seen Toy Story 4, John?
Yeah, it's okay. A lot of these animated films, I'll watch it. I'll be like, I'll be like mildly entertained just because it's computer animation and I'm interested in it. But it's entirely forgettable. And my God, how many times can you have a ventriloquist dummy as part of the evil bad guys? I'm so tired of that too. That seems really lazy.
You feel like the ventriloquist dummies are getting a bad rap?
Yeah, well, no, they're not just. They're just tired. I'm just tired of them. How many times is the ventriloquist dummy the bad guy? Because they're creepy.
They are creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lazy.
The positive things I have to say about this movie is that the animation outside of the toys was pretty freaking crazy.
Oh yeah, jumping from 1 to 3, like watching,
like just the trees.
Those two,
watch the trees from like 1 to 3. The trees are incredible.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Just the trees.
And some of the shots, like when Buzz was sneaking towards the vending machine in that one part, it looked real. Like the animation looked like a real vending machine with real lighting and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, the technology is still insane. In terms of what they do.
The fuzz was cool. The trash bags were the hardest thing to animate. Which
really?
Yeah, which is kind of strange.
Well, they're like not a solid thing, and yet they sort of like are gonna like respond to whatever it is that's inside them around them.
Yeah.
So they like that's interesting.
And it's very specific how the light bounces off of them and things.
Oh yeah, because they're all shiny.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, man, I agree. I don't like any of these characters. And I feel like part of the problem is with a lot of these I think every animated movie that I like, it translates to like real parts of actual life. You know what I mean? Like they're a toy, but I can relate to them because they have the same issues. The issues they face in these movies aren't human issues. Like this never happens where people just get abandoned.
Strange. Right. And just a strange like obsession. And you'd understand if you're a toy, that would be your obsession, that, you have an owner and your owner bought you. And then what is your owner going to do with you? And what if your owner gets tired with you? It makes sense that if you're a toy, that's going to be your general worry.
Your main worry. Yeah.
Don't you have a hard time being like, well, that I feel for that because I can relate. No, I can't relate.
No. Not having been bought, used, sold, all of that sort of thing, just doesn't really kind of fit. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
But think about all the other Pixar movies we've loved. You can relate to what's going on with the main characters.
Oh yeah,
like every single time.
Different. Right.
So I think that's the biggest problem I have with this movie. And
I think that's what these. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good point. That plus just the love of itself.
The second worst part of this movie. You didn't even mention it in your little synopsis, but when Andy is not a character in this movie. They pretend like he is for some reason. He never is a character in any of these movies. He's always just in the background. But when the mom, that scene where they're obviously trying to get you to cry when the mom is crying that Andy is leaving the house.
Oh, right.
I hate that scene so much. They could have done that better.
Go with you.
But there was nothing, like Andy wasn't even in the plot to begin with. And then it just like at the end to make you cry during the movie cuts to his mom like being sad. His mom isn't even a character in any of these movies. Like, why the fuck do I care?
But she's sad.
I know, but it's supposed to be like, remember when you had to leave college and how sad that was? Like, fuck,
it's going to happen to people in the theater.
Well, no, and anybody who's like got a kid that's gone to college, I'm sure is going to feel it and respond to that.
But it's such a cheap shot because they don't.
It is a cheap shot.
You can do that with a lot of things.
But it's the same thing as like me saying like they were showing these kids doing make believe play and again like I love it when Sam's like my daughter's doing that. I think it's fantastic and I love like sitting there and listening to it. So when they show it, I'm like, oh,
Aww.
But yeah,
it's like a Pixar movie building in. It's like, all right, the kitty has a bad tumor and we're gonna have to put it to sleep. Everybody's gonna cry. All right, that's what's gonna happen.
I know. Yeah,
it's cheap. I don't like it.
Yep.
Don't like it.
It sells.
It does. Well, it's kicking puppies. That's how you know that's the bad guy.
What's the opposite in a positive way of kicking puppies? What's the easiest thing to get people?
Just putting puppies there and letting puppies have fun.
Oh yeah, baby, like 7 puppies running around in the house. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, hidden.
And then the bad guy comes and they kick the puppies. There you got your drama.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this movie.
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, do you have anything else to say about this movie? There's a Totoro doll in this movie.
No, there's more like interesting trivia where this film was initially Disney was going to have another studio do it. So it was a completely different script.
Because this was back when right when Disney bought Pixar and there was some like contract things they were trying to figure out on like who owned what.
Yeah, I think it was before Disney bought Pixar. Disney had a relationship with Pixar where Pixar had a first right of refusal to any sequel. Disney could still make a sequel to their films. But Pixar could say, okay, well, we'll do it. But if they said no, Disney could still make the sequel themselves.
Seems like a bad
deal. We
own
this. Yeah, that sounds like a shitty deal.
Yeah.
So they had this like I think the studio is called like Seventh Circle or something that they set up that was going to be like the not Pixar.
Circle 7 animation.
And then, but they never went anywhere. It never happened. But they had like all these different.
Do you know why?
Interesting
Do you know who they
treatments.
hired? They hired the guy who directed the direct-to-video sequels as The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 and The Lion King 1.5.
Right.
So they were planning on just like having a cheap throwaway sequel.
It sounds like, I don't think they were going, very high up for that. But the stories were sort of interesting. Like one is like somehow Buzz Lightyear's malfunctioning, so he gets sent back to Taiwan and then all the toys go to rescue him and they meet all these other malfunctioning toys. I think that was like one of them. Yeah, that was like one of there was a number of one is like somehow they go to their grandma's and something happens. Oh, then they go to their grandma's and there's some kind of toy disappearance thing. So it becomes like a whodunit. They're all at grandma's and one of them's a murderer kind of thing.
I would rather watch that one. That sounds good.
Yeah, that one actually sounds a little better.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently they liked that screenplay so much that they weren't going to make the movie. I don't know why. They said they loved it. It's not going to be this movie, but we're going to keep the script in case we want to do it later.
Yeah,
which they haven't done yet. So.
No, and 4 is just, I don't know, more of a cash-in, I guess.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Exactly.
Did you guys notice that Ernest doesn't voice the Slinky Dog anymore? That was strange.
Because he died.
He's dead.
Right? Yeah. Don Rickles that was his last performance as Potato Head.
Classic performance as Potato Head. He was kind of a zucchini potato head there for a minute and a pita potato head.
Interesting with the potato heads, all you need are the organs. Like you put their eyes on anything and then they're sentient tortilla or cucumber
he can
or whatever.
Make food come alive. It's kind of a pretty great ability.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not even that. It's like their organs themselves are alive. Their eyes are alive wherever they are. And then, you put their stuff in tortilla or whatever, and then you can animate the tortilla.
Yeah. Do you think the tortilla is alive, or are you just like controlling it with electricity or something to make it rigid?
No idea.
No idea.
That's something that happens, DC, is Potato Head, like as part of he's the ultimate spy. You just poke his eyes on
Put his eye anywhere. We move still.
I did laugh pretty hard when he stood up as the pita thing. I laughed at that.
Yeah, it was funny. Again, these people have a lot of creative ideas no matter what.
It seemed like there was too many ideas. It seemed like they had a bunch of just random fucking ideas and they smashed them together and they're like, there's a movie. We're going to make you cry at the end so you feel like it's cohesive, but it's not.
Yeah, and I don't get it. I mean, I don't even get it when they try to get all serious or something like torturing Buzz Lightyear or whatever. It just
they literally kill Buzz Lightyear. and then they just bring him back. That was also a part that annoyed me.
That just gets really weird. It's like, and in Cars 2 is really strange.
He had his mind erased, and he was speaking Spanish, and then a television falls on him, and he's back to normal, and he remembers everything. You're like, are you serious?
Well, because how can you not have Buzz Lightyear be Buzz Lightyear eventually? So nothing. There's no consequences.
Yeah.
Other than Andy going to college.
Yeah, but it's okay because they literally have the nicest little girl to play with them. She'll,
So it's good. Little Bunny. Bunny's awesome.
Is Bonnie in the fourth one?
Yeah, and Woody, they like get separated from Bonnie, and Woody goes on and on and on about how they got to get back to Bonnie. That's Woody's thing.
It's always the same.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God, guys, our owner needs us. We're her toys. I have a hard time believing these movies too that they talk and move around all the time, and all the toys can move and talk, and nobody knows that toys are alive. I mean, don't you think somebody would have fucking figured it out?
Yeah.
What about like home
maybe
security cameras?
You think maybe that's why Andy puts them in the fucking closet under the goddamn weights?
Yeah.
You don't think that's why?
That makes sense.
I do. Yeah.
It's a little creepy.
Because he's scared shitless. He goes, Ma, what'd you buy me? They're coming out of the fucking crate.
Nobody watches TV in these films. No one plays video games.
I want to see the Toy Story 5 where it's just from Andy's perspective of him getting up and his toys moving around in the night and him shitting himself because he doesn't know what's going on. Just a horror movie.
It's like, dude, the cowboy won't leave me alone. I try to get rid of him. He comes back.
He just won't fucking do it. He just keeps coming back.
There's a lot of like, if you go through the trivia in this movie, I don't have too much because of a lot of it is like, look at like the hidden reference to this. And look at how this movie was referenced by this. Like the box thing from Cool Hand Luke, like when the baby picked up Lotso and threw him in the dumpster. That's like fucking Return of the Jedi, basically. That was like Star Wars.
Yeah, that was like when he kills the Emperor.
So many moments where this movie just rips off other movies, and that doesn't really necessarily make it good.
No, who cares? I don't care.
Yeah, we'll
reference everything. We have good references. We'll make the animation look great, and therefore it'll be an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people like it too, which is the strangest thing.
People loved it. I mean, I didn't like it. Nikki doesn't like the Toy Story
No,
ones.
Naomi doesn't like these either.
I asked her why, and she's like, I don't care about the characters.
Yeah.
Like, yep. Fair enough.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Checks out.
I also didn't like how they the test audiences apparently didn't like, which is strange because everyone loved this movie, but the test audiences didn't like how Lotso didn't redeem himself by the end. He was just a bad guy.
Oh, I could see that.
I didn't like that either.
I didn't like it either. I think he'd like to see them be able to. He'd like to see him redeem himself. This is a kids movie. Why not? Why tell people that people get scarred and then they're irredeemably evil?
Yeah,
right.
Why go with that message? Right.
Yeah.
And then he's going to suffer for the rest of his life. Now he's going to be taped to the front of a truck and eat bugs.
Dude, that's terrifying if you think about it from his perspective. He's eternally going to be stuck without being able to move on the front of a dump truck. That's terrifying.
And like, lots of deserve. It's just kind of sick. Like, why do you need it? Why do you need to have the story be like that? There's no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're angry at kids.
I don't know. Somebody doesn't like strawberries.
Yeah.
That guy at the dump picked up that dirty trash bear and like stuck his nose in it and was like, strawberries.
It smells like strawberries. Yeah.
I thought the best line of the movie was, "I told you, kids, stay out of my butt."
Yeah, that was a good line. That was a laugh-inducing line.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a kids movie right here. That's a
good line.
It's a good line out of context.
Samantha,
in context,
Samantha
and out of
liked
context.
that line too. She
line.
watched that with us. She thought it was a good line. She approved.
Nice. I almost got nothing on the commentary, guys. There's a pretty cool special feature on this DVD if you buy it, because this is like 4 different DVDs that for some reason they can fit the movie on one disc, and on the other disc they fit the movie plus a lot of other shit. So you need 2 discs. It doesn't make any sense to me. Kind of is annoying.
That's strange. Yep.
Oh, I also wanted to mention, you guys got the rentals, or did you rent this on like streaming?
It was Disney Plus for me at this
Disney
point.
Plus. TC, had you watch? Oh, you didn't watch this.
I didn't watch it.
10 trailers starting up this DVD.
Oh, on the DVD?
10
cow.
trailers.
10?
10.
Expensive amount of trailers.
It's insane. It's like a half an hour worth of trailers.
What was it trailing at this point? Like that was like during that time. What else was it like? What was it trying to pitch you?
I didn't watch them.
Oh, okay.
I just saw them, counted them, moved on.
I had to click
John.
it. I had to click it 10 times during the trailer thing. I saw like that. The Disney thing popped up, or the Pixar thing popped up, 10 times real quick as I was skipping through it. But I mean, that's an insane amount of too many trailers.
I don't know. I worry about Pixar. I don't know. I think did you guys see Onward yet?
No.
It was underwhelming. It's too bad. I really wanted to like it, and it was just okay.
Yeah, I didn't like the little kid one with the ghosts, whatever that. Coco, I didn't like that. Didn't like
I
the good.
thought Coco was okay.
Yeah. And the Good Dinosaur was
Oh, that was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, I tried to watch it a couple times and I don't know if that one is. Yeah. Cars 2 was really bad. Cars 3 was.
Monsters University was not very good.
No, I was mad at that right from the beginning. I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I think they were young and full of spunk at one point, but now they're just all old and hugging people and stuff.
Making a crap load of money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these things sell like crazy. They do really well.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you keep making them? Yeah, you'd be
Right?
stupid
That's
not to
true.
make a fifth
You'd
one.
be stupid.
Yeah. I mean, really, you build on it with the sequels. Even if it's not necessarily good or fresh, you're still like, I don't know, accentuating everything so you get even more out of the merchandising and whatever, and just the name recognition. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Andy, the voice actor, doesn't do anything else except for these movies. If you look at his
What?
IMDb, he just does these movies. When they were calling him up, they didn't know, because he's older than his character is in this movie by like 4 years, and they didn't know how his voice was going to, if he was still going to be able to voice act, basically.
Yeah, and he's just like being a waiter somewhere.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's getting shit tons of money from these movies. Maybe. I don't know. They got to pay him decently. And he's got to get some like, monthly check or whatever because it's on Disney Plus and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. But yeah, to go back to the special features, if you like this movie, the special features are awesome. All of Pixar's special features are awesome. They have like a picture-in-picture commentary track where they show you concept drawings and storyboard pictures while you're watching the movie to like, it really shows you how they put everything together, which is pretty cool. Even if you don't like the movie, it's better than the movie, basically. But there's not a lot of like information that's very interesting. They mostly talk about their inspiration for the certain plot points in the movie, how they came up with like the different jokes of the different characters, and all of the little Easter eggs they hid throughout the movie from like other movies and things like that, which is not, I'm not going to go through them because I didn't even write them down. I don't really care that much. But if you like that sort of stuff, go ahead and watch it. Recommended there.
Hey, this could be a waste of time, but it's there.
Yeah, I mean, if you like it, it's worth it. So,
Yeah.
I think the only other thing I have is you guys should Google original Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because was he like a real potato?
Yeah, it was. So you bought all the face stuff, and you didn't get the plastic body, and you just stick them on potatoes and vegetables and things.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they actually had to stop making it that way because it was too dangerous for kids because the pieces had to be kind of sharp because potatoes are pretty fucking solid. So they were just like pointy pins with like an ear on one end. Like that are kids' toys.
Oh my God. Wow.
So they had to start providing the plastic
actual
potato.
potato.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But look at it. I mean, it looks creepy as hell. There's like old commercials you can find on YouTube and stuff. It looks kind of scary. I don't know why it's a kid's toy.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some pictures. It is kind of frightening.
Yeah. It looks like a little radiation person, like who, lived under the power lines for his entire childhood.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, but they give him a body too. So it wasn't, so like you could stick like a body on the potato.
Where?
So I'm looking at Mr. Potato Head here.
I'm only seeing the face one.
The original Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, is it green? Is it a green body?
Yeah, 1952 with a real potato. It's where is this coming from?
CollectorsWeekly.com. I'm seeing a picture of one with the body.
CollectorsWeekly.com, and they've got like a body with shoes. Oh my God, it's terrifying. And there's one with like an onion. I think I don't know. There's a white thing that looks like an onion or something there. Holy cow!
That one. This guy's using like a little latke. He like pushed it into a latke.
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah. So you have the arms. You have like this body with arms and feet. So you just shove that into the bottom of your vegetable, and
then ruin the vegetable.
Yeah, it looks pretty scary.
Yeah, that's a good trivia, huh, guys? That's all I got this week.
That was good. Hey,
great trivia.
I learned something today.
There you go. That's great. Yeah, sorry if you like this movie. I apologize. And you're correct. You're with the right, you're on the right side of this thing. We're just
probably, just grouchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week me and John are gonna watch a movie that TC's already seen.
I just watched.
Yeah, Double Indemnity.
Won't say a word.
1944.
Wait, isn't it double indemnity or something? Not identity. Is it identity?
Indemnity. You're right.
Indemnity.
Yeah.
Indemnity. I kept calling it indemnity in my head too, Denny. So don't worry.
An insurance representative lets himself be talked by a seductive housewife into a murder/insurance fraud scheme that arouses the suspicion of an insurance investigator. Interesting.
Yeah. It's Yep. That's the synopsis.
That's the synopsis. Billy Wilder movie.
Yeah. Liberty Mutual on the edge.
TC, it's your turn to go first.
I'll stay. Oh, good.
So write some notes for yourself to have some talking points.
I got a few notes. Yeah.
All right, good.
Sweet.
I got some good quotes. We got some good. You'll see.
We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening. This is a short one. Yeah. We're doing all 250, guys. We're doing all 250. Yeah. Take care of yourselves. Yeah. Hopefully this was a good distraction. Even if it was a negative thing.
Yeah. Timmy, you have anything?
No.
Okay. Hey, Timmy, you taking care of yourself okay? You doing all right? You getting what you need?
As long as I get my booze, I'll be all good.
You got enough toilet paper there, Timmy?
Yeah, who needs it? Take a shower.
All right. On that note, that's it.
All right.
Have a good week. Later, guys.
See you guys.